This is the 2025 BMW K 1600B. The B stands for bagger, by the way. It's a 160 horsepower, 6-cylinder cruiser. Kind of looks like a spaceship and weighs nearly 800 pounds. I took this thing out during a BMW Demo day in Lexington, Kentucky. If you saw my last video, you are already familiar. Just to see if this massive machine is as smooth as they say, or if it's just too much freaking bike to handle. So the K1600B or bagger, it's kind of like the Harley version or sibling of the K1600 normal in the lineup there. It's got a lower seat height than the GT does, only 29.5 inches on this thing, which I guess makes it feel more manageable when you're just kind of sitting on it. But make no mistake here, this thing is big, it's heavy, and it's got a footprint that demands your respect, especially when you're riding it in a crowded demo line. Now, under the fairings, you've got yourself a 1,649cc inline-six. That's right, 6. At idle and low speeds, this thing has a deep, kind of mechanical sounding rumble that to me made it sound like I was riding a Ford F-150. It's not a high-pitched scream that you would expect from a BMW until you really kind of twist the throttle and get it up way high in the RPMs, but why would you do that on a bagger? It's incredibly smooth though, and so that brings me to the biggest struggle that I had with this bike, which was getting it moving. Now, as always, I'm going to be honest with you, I stalled this bike way too many times. I actually started getting nervous about coming to complete stops. Again, this course, I don't know what you're going to be seeing on camera right now, but the course that we were on was a lot of city riding, some back streets, and that was pretty much it. So we had a lot of stop signs, lots of intersections, and a fair amount of traffic. I started getting nervous anytime I knew that I would have to stop this bike. Now, part of it is the weight and the tall, like super tall first gear on this bike, but the K1600B also has this thing called Hill Start Control Pro, so it holds the rear brake for you on inclines, so you can't roll backwards. But if you're not used to it and how it kind of releases when you apply the throttle, it will always feel like this bike is fighting you. It makes for a very tricky gray zone on the clutch, so to speak. Now, because it's a 760 pound beast, BMW gave it reverse assist. So you actually hit a button on the handlebars and then use the starter to kind of crawl backwards. It's one of those really nice luxury features that you would expect from something that's this premium. Okay, so you'll notice that there aren't traditional forks on this motorcycle here. They have something called the Duolever system. And what that means is that on the road, the bike will not dive forward when you pull on those brakes. So while it makes the ride feel very, I guess I would say stable, kind of like, I wanted to compare it to like a magic carpet. It also means that you don't get any kind of like front end feel. It makes the bike feel very floaty and like you're driving a boat. Now, for a cruiser, it's amazing, but if you like to trail brake into corners, you're gonna feel very disconnected. Moving on to the cockpit and the tech, it's a BMW. It's an expensive BMW, so the cockpit is going to be incredible. It's saying that they have a 10.25 inch screen, which I will attest is huge, very colorful, and frankly, it'll put most car dashboards to shame. Now, you've got an audio system on here too. They call it the Audio System 2.0. I know, very original. The antennas are hidden in the bike, but the sound is really nice. Crystal clear reception on the radio, which was on when I started the bike and it scared the hell out of me. So you also have heated seats, heated grips, an electric windscreen, and you're pretty well shielded from the elements. The windscreen on the B version of the K1600 is shorter, but even so, this is a very much a luxury cruiser. So, the 2025 K1600B, it's a massive, massive high-tech cruiser bagger. It excels at one thing, right? It eats up miles and it's gonna have you be comfy. It's got a learning curve at low speeds. It wants to stall on you. You gotta get used to that really tall front gear. And it sounds like you're driving a pickup truck. But once you're cruising, I mean, this thing is pretty nice, but as a guy who rides sport bikes, this bike is definitely not for me. I thought the style was okay. I think it looks nicer than Harley's. I am very much not a Harley person, but the issues I had with taking off from a stop, the sound, the awkwardness in the front end, this is not a bike that I approve of. I would not recommend the K1600B. I think it's a bit of a gimmick, and the 6 cylinders really just kind of made me feel like I was driving a pickup truck. So, what do you think of the BMW K1600B? Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think I got right. Tell me what you think I got wrong. Let me know. Have you ever ridden this thing? What do you think? And if you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button. We're creeping up on 100 subs, so if you could get me there, that would make me feel great. Drop a thumbs up on the video as well so YouTube knows that it's a good video. And I will see you all on the next one. And as always, ride safe. Later.